YouTube family, what's good? What's good? It's Leaf, Elite Fitness, Spirituality, Tarot, and Astrology. And today, I want to touch on something about relationships. When we're talking about a relationship should be 50-50. Let me just say this. Whenever you put a stipulation on anything, that means it has a limit to it, okay? Me personally, a relationship has to be whatever it takes to make it to the next day, okay? When you say 50-50, think about that. That's 50%. That's half, okay? You can't put half into anything. Name anything you can put half into, and it's going to turn out good. Think about that. It doesn't exist. And this is the problem with a lot of relationships. People only going 50-50. And you have to go 100-100 every time. Let me just say this. If you have to give up your entire check to make it to the next day, that's what it takes to make a relationship work. And people do not understand that. You can't worry about your money when the money is going towards the foundation of the home. Okay? You only worry about the money when it's being spent recklessly. Then you worry about the money. But if you're broke because all your bills are paid and everything is working smoothly, that is making it to the next day. And I don't think people realize that. People think that we're supposed to have an overflow of cash all the time. And we're not. That's not a reality. It's not a reality. We're not going to have an overflow of cash all the time. We have to be able to function broke as a couple, just like we can function with money. And that's what I be talking about. Again, we talking balance. See, couples always are happy when the needle is on full. When the needle's on full, everybody's great. As soon as the needle hits E, then don't nobody like each other. And that right there, that's dysfunctional. That is dysfunctional. And we can relate that to energy, because let me just tell you this. I'll give you some signs. We're always going to reference to the birth natal chart. Certain energies that are like that. When they're having fun together, they're really happy. But once they come home, their life is miserable because they actually have nothing in common. Okay? They actually have nothing in common. Okay? Aquarius, Scorpio. Okay? Gemini, Virgo. Libra, Taurus. Okay? These are some of the signs. Sagittarius, Pisces. Okay? These are signs that when everything is great, it's nothing but fun. Okay? But once the money runs out, it's nothing but arguments. Okay? And that's because of the 50-50 syndrome. Okay? And you can't go 50-50. It has to be 100 when we full, 100 when we broke. It cannot be 50-50. I've never believed in 50-50. If I got to give up my whole check, as long as I can get to work or do what I need to do, I'm going to do what it takes to make my relationship work. This is what the mindset needs to be in relationships. Not, oh, I'm spending all my money up and all of that. Hey, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Okay? It's about that. It's about survival. That's what it's about, survival. It's not about us living plush. Would everyone like to live plush? Yes. We would love to live plush. But we can't make that the gold standard. Because if you have a job and you're living at your job level, you're going to have money and you're going to be broke all the time. That's going to be a repeating pattern. And the sad part about it is every time we broke, it's hard times. When we even know we're going to be broke, we will still have hard times. We will criticize ourselves. We'll start talking about, you need to get a better job. We're ready to tear the relationship down when there's nothing wrong with the relationship. You're just going through a period of time with no money. That's really what it is. And see, that's mindset. When you're broke, it's just a period of time when you have no money. But we make that a crisis, especially Taurus people. You know, they don't like being broke, okay? So you have to understand that. You know, and this is why I say you guys need to look at your birth natal charts, because these charts can help you with self-sabotaging behaviors, people who have this. But 50-50, guys, relationships, somebody say, I'm 50-50, that's not even going to work. It's not going to work. You have to do whatever it takes to make it happen. You can't be talking about no 50-50. That to me is absurd. And, you know, and birth natal charts reading, that's what I be hearing. Well, we split all the bills and all of that. Well, why are y'all splitting all the bills? Y'all, and you both live under the same roof. It's whoever has the most money at this time, or we're going to work it out so that we can all have money. Not take the other person's money and have them broke and you got all the money because you make more money. See, we do dysfunctional stuff like that. We can't even share finances properly. You know, nowadays, the woman is making more money. You know what I'm saying? And if the man is making less money, they can't even come to a agreement on the money. You know, the woman will be like, well, give me your money and I'll pay the bills or whatever. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying, if you love somebody and the relationship is good, don't let money come in between that. Don't let money come in between that, yo. Listen, you only meet a good person maybe once every 10 years, somebody that's compatible with you. Life cycles are 10 years. And I'm telling you, you may meet two, but you don't meet people that good. And I'm going to give y'all a quick story. This was about 10 years ago. I knew this girl, she was a Leo, right? And she didn't have a job at the time, but we were very compatible. I mean, like, you know, we were cool. I really liked her, but she didn't have a job. Now, this is what I'm trying to tell you. And men, listen to this too, because men, we can do this too. This is when you're thinking like the masses and thinking in 3D. This is how you let a good person go, because you just worrying about them having a job and having money, when you should be worrying about, is this person valuable to you? Okay? We were seeing each other so much, you know, and I had the apartment. She was living with her mother, her and her son. She was like, listen, well, before I start that, every time she came over my house, she would just clean up everything, bathroom, kitchen. I'd be like, yo, chill, why you over here cleaning up? I ain't bring... Right? That was her nature. That's what she did. She didn't like mess. She cleaned up everything all the time. So eventually she asked me, she said, Curtis, since we, you know, we seen each other so much, why don't you let me move in? You know, you won't have to do anything. I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll do everything. You don't have to do anything. Listen, here's me. Man, I ain't doing that, man. She ain't got no job. Now, mind you, I make enough money to support both of us. I'm making good money. I'm making $30 an hour. I'm at UPS. I make enough money. She ain't even going to be a problem. Okay? But I'm thinking irrational. Man, she ain't got no job. Listen, I don't like cleaning up. I don't even like washing dishes. I mean, I have to do it. None of that. I don't like washing clothes. I'm a man. I'm Aquarius. I'm not domestic. But I'm not in my right mind. I'm thinking about money. She got to have a job. Stay with me. And I ruined a perfectly perfect person for me. She was never a problem. But because I'm in a retarded state of mind, not even realizing that person is valuable to you. It's not about money. She's going to pick up the slack you don't want to do. You make enough money for both of y'all. She always can get a job later on. She ain't going to be a problem. But nope. You got to have a job. You got to have money. And this is what we do. We continue to self-sabotage ourselves and then justify it because somebody didn't have a job. You know? There are a lot of ways to survive without money, man. But the problem is we're not compromising right. We want to be 50-50 instead of 100-100. You know? And to the fellas out there, just like that girl said she would cook, clean, and everything, if you're in a position like that where the woman, your girl's working and you're not, you have to take that role. She should not have to come home and do nothing. Period. Nothing. Nothing. But we don't think like that. We don't even want to compromise at all. My way or the highway. Like somebody good is going to come along tomorrow. And we have to understand life does not work like that. It doesn't. So I'm going to get off this video. I'm just saying, guys, if you're in a 50-50, it's already over. You have to do whatever it takes, even if you have to compromise roles in the relationships. Okay? Don't allow a good relationship to just go because of money. Because money is always going to come and go. As long as the person is doing what you need them to do and they're not dysfunctioning, playing video games all day or going out to the club or spending money recklessly, that is a good person. Don't narrow it down to just they don't have a job, especially if they have another uh, uh, source of value to you other than money. You know, because I thought about that girl a lot. I was like, yo, man, you was. It took me like a year later. I thought about that. I was like, yo, that was stupid. Why did I do? This is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we do. You know, and here I am now. I've never had a woman say that to me since, and that's how rare it is to get a person like that. I've never had a woman tell me that since. Curtis, you don't have to do nothing but go to work. I'll take care of everything. I've never had that again. That's how rare that is. All right? So, guys, listen. You need birth natal charts, holla at me. They're free. You can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube under the same name, Lee Fitness, Spirituality, Tarot, and Astrology. I do consultations, natal birth charts readings, which consist of compatibility with anybody, family, girlfriend, boyfriend, any of that, health, all of that, okay, based off your birth natal chart. I love you guys. It's Lee. One love.